What's up, guys and gals? It's me, your old buddy Mr. Moose, back with another edition of American Truck Simulator. And today we are back in the Arizona DLC on the open beta testing. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're not going to be in Arizona, we're going to be in California. Because I want to continue to explore parts of the Arizona DLC that you may or may not have know about. And today we're going to be looking at the stretch of Highway 101 that has been added in south of Eureka, taking us down through Ukiah and to San Rafael. This stretch of the road is going to be new for you guys come the Arizona DLC. I thought we would give it a drive today. So we'll take a load out of Eureka and we'll head south here somewhere. If you remember, the only way into Eureka was on this windy road here on the 299. But now this will give you a nice 4-lane all the way down on Highway 101 through Ukiah into San Rafael. It's going to be a really nice drive. You guys are going to enjoy it a lot. We're going to use the World of Trucks to find our load again, because I'm really digging the fact that you can find some really cool loads in here. And we'll just find something that heads down around Sacramento way. So like this front loader here, nothing really long today, you know, just a nice little run. So we've got this 43,000 pounds headed down to Sacramento. It'll be a nice little run for us, and so we're going to take that and explore this little stretch of road here on Ukiah from Eureka, the Highway 101. All right, so let's get fired up here. I did just sleep, so my dude is well rested, and we'll get the drifter fired up and we'll get going. So after my last video, somebody commented that this truck indeed will actually ooh, I almost ran into the K-rail there. Somebody left me a comment that said this truck would in fact use the advanced coupling system, but only with like certain trailers. So I'm gonna give it a try. I've actually been able to couple up once before with a trailer, and it was one of the low boys. So we should be able to use it today for this run, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give it a shot and see if we can in fact hook up with the advanced trailer coupling, because I do like that, and it's a really cool feature of the game. And I don't know if this truck's been updated recently or what that'll allow it to do that, but I do know I hauled a load earlier and I was able to couple up with it, so I thought that was pretty cool. So we got to run up here to the HMS and pick up our load, which means we got to run out of town just a little bit to pick that up, and then we'll head south on the 101. But anyways, thanks for everybody who came out over the weekend and enjoyed the multiplayer action that we had on Saturday night. We had a really, really fun time Saturday. It was really nice, good group of guys driving. We didn't get trolled this time, so that was really good. And it was just a lot of fun, and I'll have that video up for you guys to watch here probably later on tonight. I'll get that up for you guys if you want to watch the archive on it. It's like 4.5 hours. We had a real good run on there. It was nice. It was real good. One of the things that we've been using in the multiplayer is a program called ATS Sync. I'm going to leave a link to it in the show notes down below. It's real handy if you are driving on the multiplayer with some friends and you want to make sure that you're all going to the same location. It basically lets you synchronize your loads together so that everybody has the exact same work list and can pick loads that are going to the same location. It's really a nice feature to have. So it's not too hard to get running, and it's real self-explanatory. They've got real good directions on it. I got it on the first bat, so you should be able to figure it out. And I do the whole save load situation in the beginning of my live stream from the weekend, so you'll be able to see it in there too, how I use it. So it's a cool program. You might want to check it out. And again, I'll leave the link to it in the show notes below. ATS Sync.de is their website. Alright, where's this guy at? Looks like it is going to be all the way back over there. So, I'm going to pull in here. And again, since I took it through the world of trucks, I don't have to stop at the little green thing and pick up the load. It's already pre-selected for me, so I just have to go back up and get it. So. Watch my mirror here so I don't hit nothing. So I'm running my standard mods package as well today, which includes the FOV mod for the field of vision to make it a little bit better to see out of these darn mirrors. And longer yellow lights, a few other little things here and there just to make the run a little bit easier. Alright, so I want to make sure that we get squared up to this trailer so that we can try to hit that kingpin and hitch right on up to it. May have to pull up a little bit, but hopefully get underneath it and get it right. Oh, I'm going to have to pull forward a little bit. And straighten up a little bit. Alright. If I do this right, I should hit it. And that looks good right there. Will I get it with this truck? That's the question. There it is. Alright, so in fact, you can use the advanced coupling with this truck now, so that is very cool. That's the second one I've been able to get, so I'm pretty happy with that, because that's an aspect of the game I really want and have been looking forward to. So yeah, kind of looking for that. Alright, so a lot of y'all have been asking me to make sure I start doing brake checks on this, so just to check the trailer brakes and make sure they're working. So we'll give it a little tug here. It is, in fact, trailer brakes are holding, so we are good. We'll go ahead and check our load, let you guys see what it looks like here. It is just a straight excavator here. I like that trailer with this truck. It does look really, really good. All right, let's hit the road and have some fun. Alright, so if you missed my last video on this particular truck, there is an update that brings it into version 2, and I was a little harsh on the whole version 2 thing because I didn't know what was going on. Honestly, I should read forums more, but I don't. But apparently the whole reason for the version 2 is that Viper wanted to get rid of the whole rename the file so it was no longer peterbilt.389. So when the 389 is released by SCS, he wouldn't have any issues with it and any conflict. So he wanted to go ahead and get it named now so there wouldn't be any issues down the road, which I completely understand. So hopefully that means in the future any change to this that he makes to the truck will be pushed automatically to you through the SCS workshop or through the Steam workshop. So But if you missed that episode, also you'll notice I've changed the truck around quite a bit. I have the two-tone interior, the red interior light is on. I have the brushed aluminum dashboard for just another unique look. I feel like I'm sitting a little high. Let me go ahead and adjust my track IR so it's sitting pretty low. Someone also commented on one of my videos about lose the track IR, that it makes for a bad experience for everybody else. I understand that I do bob my head around quite a bit when I'm driving, but it's part of the immersion for me, and I'm gonna leave it in for the most part. I have adjusted my track IR profile where it doesn't bob forward anymore, which I can't look around corners and stuff like I was able to before, but hopefully that will get rid of some of the bobbing as well. I think that light's changed to green, so we'll go ahead and get her on up to speed here. Oh, I'm gonna push it. Probably get a ticket. Nope. That's that longer yellow lights. It does let you get on through there. That's something I feel like you have to have, because the distances in this thing, it's too, the way they are, they're just too fast, and part of a yellow light is being able to slow down and come to a stop with and be in control of your load, you know. And I don't really think you can do it with some of the yellow lights they have in this game. So to me, that mod is sort of an essential. Alright, so we are on the Highway 101 headed south towards San Rafael and Ukiah, and we'll just check it out. Sun's starting to come up, 6 o'clock in the morning. Should be a pretty scenic drive. I'll try to get some third person. I don't normally drive third person, I usually drive first person, but I'll try to do some third person as well on this. I'll let you guys see the scenery, because it is pretty darn nice. I like all the trees. It's nice to see trees instead of desert, you know. So while we're on the drive today, I want to talk to you a little bit about multiplayer. Over the weekend we had a good time playing, but last week we did have some issues in the multiplayer, and it just goes to etiquette. And I know there are no set rules with multiplayer, but there are some just gentleman rules that you can have when you're driving in multiplayer. I'm going to talk about that today. One of the things that came up Saturday in our stream is, as we were traveling as a group, we came up to our destination, and a lot of us had the exact same load, and when we got to our destination, missed that whole stream right there. That's pretty cool looking. If I can get a little bit of it over here for you guys to see. And pull a little stream there over to the side as I swerve off the road. But one of the things we ran into was somebody that was driving with us just really didn't, when we were pulling up as a group, we were being courteous to the guy who was in the lead, letting him pull in, get his load dropped off, and then the next person go in, drop their load off, the next person, and so forth and so on. And we have one little bad apple in the group who didn't adhere by that, and it's just kind of rude. You see all these people who are sitting there patiently waiting for somebody else to drop their load. How about adhering to that as well? You know, we're not always in a rush. The other thing is, know your collision zones. Learn the collision zones within multiplayer. There's an imaginary line at every gate or entrance that you need to know exists there, because as soon as a truck breaks that plane, they are then collidable. So if you're pulling up to pick up a load at, I don't know, let's say the Walmart, and there's a driver coming out of there, now remember, he is not collidable until he starts to pull out. The moment he starts to pull out, he is then collidable, and that includes his entire trailer. So if you're pulling up and he's on his way out, be patient, back up, give him a little room, let him get out before you go rushing in there to get on top of the spot. Because chances are, if you do, you're going to run in, you're going to hit his trailer, and then it's going to cost him his entire load. The same thing is, I pretty much like to be courteous to the guy coming out anyways. He got there, he's got his load, he's trying to get on the road. Go ahead and back off, let him get out, let him get on the road, then you can pull in, you can get on top of the little job box, get your load, and you can go there. But don't, like, I had a situation Tuesday. That little dude just swatted right on top of me. I had a situation on Tuesday where I'm coming out of the gravel yard, and dude just comes barreling up there and then just sits there and honks his horn at me, expecting me to move. I'm just not paying attention to my shifts. He's yelling at me, honking his horn like I need to get out of the way, and he's assuming that, I guess he's assuming that I'm going to pull on out and leave, but he's sitting right there right in front of the exit, and if I do pull out, my load becomes collidable and I take damage on it, which was the fact. After a while, I finally gave up. I sort of lost my cool with him, and I went ahead and pulled out. And when I did, of course, my trailer was collidable. It slammed into him, did damage to his truck, but it also damaged my load, and I ended up losing money on it. So it's sort of one of those things. So be a little bit more courteous when you're on the multiplayer, or try to be courteous to those around you when you're on the multiplayer, and know where the collision zones are, and be a little bit more understanding that once that truck coming out, once his cab crosses the line, his entire rig is then collidable. And if you clip him thinking that you're not going to be collidable going in there, you're going to damage your rig, but more importantly, you're going to damage his, and cost him his load, or cost him money on his load. And I think a lot of people don't think about that. So, anyways, pretty good looking scenery here we got going on. What do you think? It's pretty nice. Go back out, check out Ukiah's exit. I love the greenery, I like all the trees. The biplane overhead there. It's you still got some scrub there in the center, but you do got some got some evergreens over on the side, which is kind of nice. Heading on up the 101, or heading on down the 101 anyways, in my big red Peterbilt. But yeah, I think we'll continue to do some of the multiplayer on the weekends, maybe during the week as well. I did go ahead, if you're in Discord, you'll notice there's a new channel in Discord. It is called ATS Stream, and then it says monitor only. Just to clarify what that is, for those of you who may not have heard or don't know, it's if you want to join us for the multiplayer, there are some of us there's some guys that I really trust to be in the stream with me, and I know they're not going to say anything rude or crude or anything else like that, and so I like to have them along because I think it adds to the multiplayer stream. But at the same time, others want to get in there and they want to at least be able to hear the conversation and hear where we're headed, things of that nature, without having to watch the live stream and be on a 30-second delay. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've created a room for ATS that is ATS Stream that I can get in, and you can join at any time, and you can't talk in there, but you can at least monitor the conversation and hear what's going on. And when we talk about, well, we're going to pick up this load headed here, you'll be able to hear what's going on and be able to get some cues for where we're headed and what loads we're taking, and it'll just aid with a little bit of communication. Of course, we also keep a CV channel open, you know, for somebody in the group's going to be monitoring it. If the chatter gets kind of chitty-chatty on there, I usually turn it off because I get leery about what's going to be said in there. So, yeah. Alright, so whoa up for this hill here. Alright, I locked my track IR up there, so I need to get it back turned on so I can make this turn. Oh, I didn't change my turn signal over. Alright. So we'll head through the town of San Rafael and make our way over to Sacramento. We're dropping off our front loader. Alright. I wonder if we're heading over here to this construction zone. It seems like that's probably where we're headed to. If we've got a front loader and we're right here at San Rafael, there's a real good chance that on the other side of this hill is where we're dropping off. Though it doesn't look like it though, now that I'm looking at the map. So impressions on Arizona, as I play it a little bit more and more, there's a couple little things that now that I'm in California and driving around again, that I'm not real happy with. One of which is the new police cars are everywhere. I was hoping they would stay only in Arizona, you know. The new police cars, I was really digging them when they were in Arizona, but now that I'm seeing them in California as well, it's kind of a bum deal, because it's just like, I thought that was going to be something that was going to be unique to, you know, the Arizona side of it, but so that sort of bummed me out a little bit. The other things, I don't know, I don't get why SCS isn't taking cues from the community on little things like, they know the game's going over into multiplayer, right? And because they have an agreement with the guys that are doing Truckers MP, right? And are, you know, basically, you guys do the multiplayer, we'll give you access to code so that you guys can do it, right? Well, why aren't they adding in like multiple fuel pumps and things like that into the game, so that when you get into multiplayer, there's multiple places for you to get fuel? I don't understand that. I don't understand why they're not going ahead and fully embracing the community and listening to the community on the things that they're putting in there and saying, so that the game is just that much more fun. Now, I know again that the multiplayer is, I know that's a standalone from somebody else. Well, it's not really a standalone. It uses the whole ATS engine, but I know it's a third party doing it, but they have a relationship there, because basically SCS has said they're not going to do multiplayer, and they're going to just let the modding community handle the multiplayer. So if that's the case, and they're going to work hand in hand with them on it, they should at least start doing some things like adding multiple gas pumps into the game, and multiple fuel pumps in, so that you can get fuel in the multiplayer more than one truck at a time. And I was hoping that, you know, they would sort of embrace that and get that going into to Arizona, but they haven't. Sort of disappointing. So for the most part, I'm liking Arizona. I'm digging the fact that The whole new trailer coupling package is in there. I like a lot of the new vehicles they've added. It seems like they've added a ton of models into the Arizona DLC, as well as, you know, it's just nice to have new stuff to drive. So pretty happy with it. I'm ready for it to drop so that we can drive it and just have the full experience of it. Oh, that's not good. Missed a gear there. That missing gears is when I let the clutch out too soon. We'll creep up here. And we'll keep on going a little bit more up here to Placer and Sons, and then we'll drop off this load and we'll be done with this one. All right, it's about time to buy some more vehicles, isn't it? $361,000. It's about time to spend some money. Let's get slowed up here. Get our flashers on so we can work it around here, and we'll get this load put into place. All right, see if we can't back this baby in here and get paid, right? Make sure I'm clear on the right. Basically start turning her in there. Around here and straighten up some. Pretty darn close. I'm gonna straighten her up a little bit and then finish it up. And we should get paid for this load. Get her a little deeper back in there. Then I'll bring it back around. I can't get it to straighten up some. There we go. I know I'm gonna be a little. That's it. Pay the man, right? Legs come down. Synchronize world trucks. Delivery complete. And there we go. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the drive there. I'll try to get a little bit more scenery in the next time. That little creek came up on me pretty quick there. So, but anyways, nice little road that they've put in coming out of Eureka on the Highway 101. I hope you guys will check it out. And again, more of Arizona coming at you, and we'll do another video later on this week. So thanks for watching, guys. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I hope you consider giving it a like, maybe even sharing it with your friends. It does help me out a tremendous amount and is greatly appreciated. Also, leave some comments down below. That's really the only way I can gauge if you guys are enjoying what's being put out. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want daily notifications. I try to do a new video each and every day. Also, if you want to stay in touch with me and find out what's going on, our social links are down in the bottom left-hand corner. Twitter is where I usually announce schedule changes, live streams, and new video releases. Facebook's a great way to get in touch with me if you have any questions to ask. And of course, I am trying to get to 1,000 followers on Google+, which I know I'll probably be old and gray before that happens. But if you can jump over there and follow me, it would be super awesome. So if you like today's video, there's a whole lot more content on the channel. I hope you'll browse through it, find something to keep yourself entertained until the next video or live stream. Speaking of live streams, I try to do them nightly around 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Until the next time, thanks again for watching. See you soon.